welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well, hope you're having a enjoyed day, and the next day even more magical. Have to be honest, I thought this video wouldn't make it on time, but it actually came out really well and on time. Well, I'm posting it on Sunday anyways to ensure that it's dry so I can take a good picture, and as soon as the whole artwork is completely dry, I'll scan it as well, and it's going to be on the website, so keep a lookout for that if you're interested. But the process for making this artwork was quite different this time because I saw how a specific artist was using a specific technique, and when I saw it I found it quite interesting and really fun. It was quite blockish, cubistic in a way, but I don't know how to describe it the right way, but it would be something like that, and I found it to be something very cool to work with, and I tried it. I used the violin as the first test run, you could say, because it was more spatial and more structured than a face with and a hand and all that. And it was really fun to do it. I also covered quite a good amount of space. As soon as the first layer dried and I went back to it, I could cover even more really easily. I had a lot of fun also with it, and the actual final look looks really like the sophisticated artist, kind of hard-working one. But I really like it because for Alma it's kind of like it's that cheeky little, it looks like really like the hard work and everything and all that, but there's a bit of a cheeky little happiness in there, a bit of an enjoyment, which was how much fun I actually had making it. Which I think kind of represents her as well, because you see her and she creates all these things and you think, oh, it's so hard and it's probably impossible for her to think about it, and then she says ideas come to me like that, so it's okay. And then you're like, oh, okay, so this piece really represents her in that sense that you might think it's super hard for her, but in the end she comes up with things really easily. The actual creation of them is a bit more of a tough process, which is basically what happens with every art piece as well. So I believe this technique kind of represents her a lot, which was a really funny surprise to me, because I chose it because I saw the style and thought, it really fits her. I think it would be fun to have her created in such a like blockish, structured, but also fluent kind of way, which is also like the background in the end changed, and I added colors and stuff, so I added a few things because I had the idea of adding like a piano as well, since she plays both instruments, and I did, and I actually like it. It's quite of a faint piano, you'll see it coming along. I had a fun time making it. I didn't spend as much time as needed, I would say, for any other artwork I would make, and I would love to try this process on any other artist I do as well, because it's just really fun. In overall, I was stressed of making this piece on time. I think I just enjoyed it so much. It came out so much faster than expected, which was a super pleasant surprise, to be honest. Let's mention a bit more of Alma now. So while making this piece, I started it while checking her out. So I've already started her interviews and such. So this came out in basically around a week. I didn't have the 2 weeks because I was rushing to do other things. I had submissions and stuff, so I had to finish those first. But discovering her first steps and everything, and all the concertos and everything she created and wrote, I found it to be just incredible. Like, she is a younger version of Mozart, basically, as she described. She explained that there were women of Mozart's time, like his own sister, that wanted to be a composer, but she didn't actually make it because women weren't as expected and accepted as well to be composers and be something musical, or let's say something other than a housewife. So it was quite fun to see that. I could sense that she could be a younger, like a reincarnation of Mozart's little sister that wanted to be that. It was really fun to think of it that way, because when someone mentioned that Mozart also made his first opera, his first composition in such a young age, she actually overcame his age, which is super cool. And like you can see how now she's like, you can identify her easily when she talks about, like, she mentioned his sister, and I'm like, oh wait, she could easily be the reincarnation, right? Like, it fits so well. I was blown away basically by her skill, by her passion and dedication, how much she enjoys it, to be honest. Her little things with the skipping rope, her little habits are super fun. I also love how supportive her parents are, and how she is homeschooled in order to learn. She actually gets to learn more things than going to school, which is super cool. And she gets the hours of music needed. Now I'm starting the background, by the way, which is turning out really, really interesting by the end of it. I liked it. I was a bit scared because I had it light blue on light pink, and I was like, this is gonna look weird. But it was really cool. I like how it ended up looking, and I think it actually ended up giving her a more angelic kind of look finish, which is really, really cool, and I think works a lot for her. Because she is such a prodigy. Like, I see her as a bright light, a shining star, an angel, all that, all of it. And I just overall enjoyed the process of it. Like, after creating the background too, like, I was in such a excited mood, because I was like, oh, at the time I also kind of forgot that I wanted to add a piano when I started adding the background, and I was left with that little corner down below, and I was like, wait, the piano actually fits really well down there. And I was okay, let's make a piano in some way. And I started adding white stripes, which I freehand, so I tried my best to actually make them as straight as possible. I think I did a good job. But I tried making the keys of the piano basically, and I enjoyed it a lot. It was really, really fun making the background, and I'm quite excited to get your feedback on everything. Also, I enjoyed how the eyes like blended so nicely with the face, because as I started creating the details for the eyes, I didn't want to overdo it, so the whole piece was more freehand and more cubic, and like lots of paint and stuff and like that, and then her eyes and nose and mouth would just pop out so much because of the detail. Good thing is that I made them in such a way that they didn't overdo it. Like, I stopped at the right time, I feel like, which was super, super cool. And I'm super glad that I did that, because if I ruined it, I didn't know how to go back, honestly. You never ruin a piece of art, but there's just some times that you're supposed to say stop. And sometimes the artist himself doesn't know when to say stop. Oh god, okay. And okay, let's talk about her operas. Honestly, I feel like I'll be waiting, and if you guys have news of her very first opera getting published, let me know. But I loved Sweeper of Dreams. Like, I'm in love with that. I would go to the opera just to listen specifically to one of her operas because of that. I also loved Cinderella, like the parts we watched, and then I went and watched like Cinderella specific songs she had on Alma's channel and all that. Beautiful, like the music. She has a talent of making the music and transitions flow so perfectly. They just fit. They just do. It's, as I explained in another reaction, that the actual making of an animation movie or a movie in general with music, a musical, has sometimes has two people, one creating the music, the musical pieces sang, and one transitioning from the dialogue to having a bit of notes that actually fit the starting of the music with the actual music. And she has the talent of doing both and satisfying in such a way the actual plot of the story and creation of it. Like, it made it so much more fluent and just beautiful to experience. Like, it was so special. You just lived through the music, first of all, and for someone so young to do it, it was incredible. And it was just, it's just such a memorable experience, I feel like, that you need to go watch it up close. So yeah, I also got into the details of the face, and I'm super glad. I'm adding a bit more light because her eyes are kind of green hazelnut in a way. So I've added a bit of a light green and then a bit of a brown to go towards that side. I think I succeeded because I was super scared. I didn't go further with it. I didn't want to ruin the eye color. I wanted it to be close enough. And her eyes expression actually came out more angelic than the actual picture she has. I'm not mad, I actually like it like that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. Albert will be sending you, and visit the website for when the actual artwork will be out, or check out my email. Send me an email if you want it so I can send it to you. So for now, bye bye. I'll see you guys for the next artist.